We mentioned we came to Birmingham, Michigan today for an interview with Mitt Romney and his wife, Ann. On Monday at the Republican National Convention in Tampa, Florida, Governor Romney will become the party's presidential nominee. Just before our interview today, though, he seemed to go out of his way to bring up a discredited charge against President Obama, the old allegation that the president was not born in the United States.
Now, I love being home in this place where Ann and I were raised, where both of us were born. Ann was born at Henry Ford Hospital. I was born at Harper Hospital. No one's ever asked to see my birth certificate. They know that this is the place that we were born and raised.
Why did you say that?
Oh, we're in Michigan, and Ann and I both born in Detroit, and of course, a little humor always goes a long way. So it was great to be home, to be in a place where Ann and I had grown up, and the crowd loved it and got a good laugh.
But this was a swipe at the president, and I wonder why you took it.
No, not a swipe. I said throughout the campaign and before, there's no question about where he was born. He was born in the U.S. This was fun about us and coming home. And humor, you know, we got to have a little humor in a campaign as well.
You threw a little red meat at the conservative wing of the party there.
No, this was all about being home in Michigan, the place we were born and raised.
But once and for all, for the record, you believe that Barack Obama is the legitimate president of the United States?
I said that probably 30 times by now, and 31 certainly won't hurt.
Not much optimism in Syria either, where there is growing concern that the dictatorship's stockpiles of chemical weapons could get loose in the chaos of the civil war there. Today, we asked Mitt Romney what he would do as commander-in-chief on Syria and Iran. Is it worth going to war to stop an Iranian nuclear weapon?
We certainly have to maintain all options that we have, but Iran becoming nuclear and potentially providing fissile material to Hezbollah or other of the groups that are associated with that nation. The potential of those groups bringing that fissile material to our continent, even to the United States, that's unacceptable. No question in my view that we can put all manner of pressure upon the regime that's there, but they have to also know that a military option is one which we would be willing to consider if they do not take action to dissuade a course towards nuclearization.
A Romney administration would not allow an Iranian nuclear weapon.
It's unacceptable for this nation to have Iran become nuclear, have a nuclear weapon.
Would you send U.S. ground troops into Syria to secure loose chemical weapons?
I think we have to also be ready to take whatever action is necessary to assure that we do not have any kind of weapon of mass destruction falling into the hands of terrorists. And whether that requires troops or whether that requires other action by our friends and allies there. Turkey is very involved. Saudi Arabia is. But of course, we have to retain the option to protect ourselves and our friends from weapons of mass destruction.
What sort of threat do the Syrian chemical weapons pose?
Well, there's a wide array of potential threats, but clearly the concern would be that some terrorist group, whether Hamas, Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda, or others, would receive the capacity to carry out a mass destruction, mass death type of event, and therefore America has to be ready, whether it's there or anywhere else in the world.
We'll have more of that interview with Mitt Romney and Ann Romney next week as we bring you the CBS Evening News from the Republican National Convention in Tampa. Late last night, Lance Armstrong argued